back to another video, and today, well, the Jurassic World Rebirth trailer just released at 7 a.m. for some reason. I was like 30 minutes late to its release. But anyways, the trailer came out, watched it, uploaded the trailer, but anyways, we're going to be doing the breakdown of the trailer right now. So, starting off, it starts off with the museum that we already had an image of. Kind of moves in, kind of dude talking about, oh, we need to pretty much go to an island. Dude's like, why? Honestly, I guess we're going to go collect some dinosaur DNA. Anyways, first scene, go on the island, and first dinosaur we see. Probably my least favorite thing ever. Okay, gonna try to keep this positive, but I'm just gonna skip over this for now. Anyways, see pterosaur flying in the distance, we'll find out what it is very soon. The new Universal logo looks pretty interesting. Anyways, we have this thing, which I remember seeing some set photos for before. This dude again. Yeah, kind of this area which kind of looks interesting. We actually, on the island, there's actually a scene of the velociraptors, and apparently this is where they did experiments for Jurassic Park, or originally were testing making dinosaurs for Jurassic Park, which is probably something messing with the lore, but oh well. Anyways, we have this weird thing, which I can't tell exactly what it is, but yeah. Also, by the way, the velociraptor kind of look like the Lost World Raptors, in my opinion. Again, you kind of see the pterosaurs in the background again, and they pretty much are like, oh, okay, we have to go get some DNA from a quetzalcoatlus egg. They're like, why don't we just get it from the actual animal? And the dude's just like, this is a literal plain-sized carnivore, so maybe we shouldn't do that. Anyways, we start climbing up this rock, and you can see the pterosaur itself. And the design is not bad, but it's definitely worse than the Dominion quetzalcoatlus. I mean, the design, again, not bad, don't hate it, but like, why couldn't we keep the Dominion one? Again, we can see it here, and it's tiny. It's smaller than the Dominion one, and actually, I think smaller than the actual real-life animal, possibly, too. And it can't stand upright, and it's in this confined place. There's some issues with that. We'll get back to that later. Kind of see it pegging. This dude's realized, oh, I'm tied to it, and ends up getting pulled off a cliff. But anyways, we can see the flare, the thing we've already got a tease of the other day. He's like, oh, is that a raptor? Yes. We see raptor feet, which I would like to note that they say raptor and not specifically velociraptor, so, maybe Utah raptor. Optimistic, I know, but probably not. Anyways, we see this hand come out of nowhere, which I originally kind of thought was a sauropod foot. Well, I actually kind of knew exactly what this was, but I was just being optimistic and hoping it was maybe like a sauropod or something, or maybe we were really lucky. We got Titanosaurus. Yeah, I know, it's a funny joke. Anyways, we're going to skip over this because I'm not ready to rant yet. Anyways, we have Dilophosaurus, which is, okay, we guess we're getting Dilophosaurus back. Look, something the rumors did not say anything about, so yeah. Anyways, we have T-Rex, which we already got this image yesterday, so I'm not going to talk about it too much, but looks wonderful as ever. Again, we're going to skip over this because I'm not ready to rant yet. Anyways, T-Rex. Actually, literally, like, everyone was, ever since we found out that there was going to be a scene from the novel, literally everyone guessed it was the river raft scene with the T-Rex, and it's the river raft scene with T-Rex. I don't know why they actually put it in the first trailer. I feel like they could have saved this for a little bit later, or even just wait till the film came out. But yeah, it's that scene. Anyways, we have the Spinosaurus and Mosasaurus. Everyone's wondering, like, is the Mosasaurus going to eat the Spinosauruses? Like, what are they doing? They just straight up say that the Spinosauruses are teaming up with the Mosasaurus to help protect territory. What? Okay, I guess Spinosaurus and Mosasaurus are just chill. Ironically, those are the two best dinosaur designs. Well, besides the T-Rex, but we'll get back to that. Anyways, the Mosasaurus looks... We can kind of see it from the background. It's just massive and looks really good. And the Spinosaurus is also pretty interesting. You kind of see one jumping out of the water here. Then you can see, again, kind of emerging. You can kind of see its face somewhat. And then this is the picture we got yesterday, pretty much. Then we can kind of see it here, and you can see that, I don't know. Honestly, I think I would have preferred if it had a little bit thinner of a head and a thinner neck, which we'll loop back around to that in a second. But anyways, you can see the Mosasaurus jump out of the water. This thing's massive. And again, it's looked wonderful. I'm just gonna say here, this is my favorite thing in here. Honestly, I still am kind of having feelings about Spinosaurus. I really don't know exactly how I stand on that. But T-Rex definitely is probably my second favorite design, and the Mosasaurus is probably my favorite, and Spinosaurus probably will end up being slightly behind T-Rex, or slightly above, or right next to T-Rex, in my opinion, for design-wise. Anyways, that is the Jurassic World Rebirth trailer. And now we're gonna go into depth. Rant warning. Ew, disgusting. Why is it here? I was really hoping, if there's one thing I was being optimistic, hoping wouldn't happen, it was this horrible mutant abomination. Too bad it's here. Worst part is there are some designs that at least made it kind of look more dinosaurish, with kind of just having 4 arms. But then there's also the original rumor, which is the one on the top right, and then there's one that looks very similar to that on the bottom left. And those were probably the most ugly ways they could have went around doing this thing's design, and that is exactly what they did. Why are they in this thing? I'm not gonna lie, it does not even look really act threatening. It looks hideous, first thing, which honestly I'm gonna have to put this thing on a literal rocket ship with a Dinodex Centaurus and send it back to whatever planet it came from. But anyways, this thing, again, it's just kind of lumbering around. This thing doesn't even look like a threat. If anything, I can kind of see this thing just having like a sympathetic side plot for some reason about it, like having empathy or something. Why? Honestly, this thing doesn't even look, again, if they really wanted a large, lumbering, quadrupedal, massive animal, Titanosaurus was right there. Here it is compared to a T-Rex. This thing is massive, it's quadrupedal, they could have went with this thing. And if they wanted to go the sympathetic route, they could have used this, they could have went with that, or they could have just not go the sympathetic route and went with this thing anyways. It looks cool. Why did they not even take 3 seconds of thought? Honestly, I don't think there's a single way they could pull this thing off with me actually liking it. I honestly don't even know. Honestly, this film, yeah, I don't know. Generally, this is probably the biggest disappointment, the biggest thing. I just hate this thing. Absolutely disgusting. But while we're on a roll, we're moving on to this nasty Titanosaurus. If you've seen literally any video about Rebirth I've talked about this thing, you know how much I hate this thing. And before it seemed like I hate this thing more, even though it's definitely not as bad as the other abomination, this one is, now I'm seeing the other abomination, I'm more mad about that. Still hate this thing. Still stupid. Honestly, it's not even, it doesn't even look too big. Don't know why they couldn't just go with Isosaurus. Isosaurus would have been a really good pick, especially since it's synonymous with Titanosaurus, alongside Argentinosaurus, which is just sitting right there being the largest animal, or at least one with the most reliable remains, just sitting there, and they just kind of ignored it. Poor Argentinosaurus. Anyways, quetzalcoatlus. Kind of cooling down here. Again, its design isn't bad. I'm just confused. Like, okay, we got quetzalcoatlus. Okay, we had a second chance. This thing has been in the franchise twice. We have a giant giraffe-sized animal that eats human-sized things and can run and fly. What do we do with it? Okay, let's put it in a small cave where it cannot run or fly. That is why. Anyways, its design looks literally identical to the rumors. It doesn't look... Okay, there are some designs that make it look really bad. I say it's more of just the Dominion Quetzalcoatlus, but with a new head, and that is literally what this thing is. Again, there could have, like, the one on the top right, I actually really liked that design and kind of was hoping it would look like that, but no, it doesn't. Again, don't really hate the design, just really wish we would have kept it with the Dominion one. And I heard some rumors that originally it was going to be this other pterosaur, which I believe is pronounced Titanosaurus or something like that, and I could definitely see that being true. Not only did the design kind of reflect the name of the animal, but also it looks about the same size. Why they didn't just go with that baffles me. I think I would have preferred to have this thing be Titanosaurus, because at least it didn't have to hold up to the standards of Quetzalcoatlus, especially since they already did it great once, and now they're not doing it that great a second time. I think I'm just going to refer to the thing as Titanosaurus. Looking at it as a Titanosaurus, it actually is pretty decent, and I actually have like no issues with the design. Anyway, Spinosaurus. Its design, again, looked... I couldn't really say anything about it before because we could barely see it. It was only like a face. But now we can actually see kind of the actual full design somewhat, and it's literally just the rumored design. How did these... Honestly, I don't know exactly how these rumors, like, originally were found, but literally all of these are, like, spot on. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on. And, generally, I don't know how I'm feeling about the short neck. It actually has a neck, unlike the actual rumored design, though I kind of wish it didn't, because Spinosaurus is, like, the one theropod with, like, a really long neck, longer than T-Rex and Giganotosaurus, so... Why they gave it a short one confuses me, but anyways. T-Rex. Not going to talk about this one too much because we already established that this thing is great. Literally no issues. I have literally zero negatives to say towards the T-Rex, actually. I don't know why. Like, honestly, I'm just happy that the T-Rex is not bad. They did good. They made it different. Finally, something nice about this trailer. And the Spinosaurus, again, pretty decent. Dilophosaurus. I don't particularly have an issue about it, but since this is an island with apparently dinosaurs too dangerous to put in the park, I don't know if I mentioned that, but they did also say that these were dinosaurs that are too dangerous to put in the park. But, we could have had the novel Dilophosaurus. We could have had it with the cool patterns and also have it actually the size of a real Dilophosaurus, so it could be massive. Honestly, that was a huge missed opportunity. But, anyways, velociraptor. This is the one which I believe is probably not going to be the one in the actual film, or it could be, but kind of looks more like the velociraptor. And this one, you can kind of see whiter feet. Look at the rumored design. We still can't really see it, but the rumored design kind of had it more white. And since all these other rumors have been spot on for some reason, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this one is. And I'm actually not too mad about it. I actually really like this Velociraptor design. And if it wasn't for the fact that all these other rumors were spot on, I would have assumed maybe this could be Utah Raptor, but probably not. Anyways, Mosasaurus. As I've said, this thing is great. Only thing I can say that is not even really a negative in my opinion is really the fact that due to its size and the role it's kind of playing, since it's not really, it's kind of seeming like it's teaming up with the Mosasaurus. I don't know why, but I feel like an Ichthyotidon would have made more sense. Not only is it actually a massive, like, whale, it's basically a lizard whale, which is what the Mosasaurus has been all this time, even though Mosasaurus wasn't really a lizard whale. They could have went with a lizard whale by doing an actual lizard whale, which is Ichthyotidon, which, just want to note, Ichthyotidon is an ichthyosaur. It's not a lizard or a whale, but it's basically a lizard whale. That would have made more sense, but oh well. Anyways, the Mosasaurus design looks it actually looks perfect. The only thing, I have literally one thing to say about it, which the only reason I'm even really bringing this up is because someone mentioned it, and then that kind of got me thinking that since this is a more accurate Mosasaurus, maybe it could have a forked tongue. Why did I pronounce that so weird? Forked tongue. Well, you can see it right here. It does not have a forked tongue. I don't know why they just didn't want to put a forked tongue, and yeah, I'm excited for this Mosasaurus figure. Generally, for my final thoughts, I'm kind of disappointed at this film, I'm not gonna lie. The T-Rex, I know the T-Rex scenes are going to be good and they look good. Mosasaurus is going to be pretty good. Spinosaurus, honestly, so far, at the very worst, it's going to be good, and at the very best, it's going to be amazing. So, Spinosaurus, I don't really have, I'm not very disappointed at the Spinosaurus. I just still don't have my full feelings for the Spinosaurus since we can't see it too well. But I think Spinosaurus is going to be great still anyways. Again, generally, I can't wait. Honestly, I don't know why I'm about to complain about the ugly, nasty Titanosaurs, this hideous abomination, go back to planet Centaur, and that and the Draken, not really an issue. Kind of just weird. I'm just going to bring this up since I'm going to talk about the Mattel figures. Honestly, I should be happy now that this horrible mutant thing is hideous and the Titanosaurus. I'm already running out of shelf space, and these guys are going to be the more expensive ones and the bigger ones that take up more shelf space. So, honestly, if anything, they're just saving me money. But I'm actually kind of confused why this weird quetzalcoatlus thing is not getting a figure in Wave 1, since it's kind of just random. But, yeah. Anyways, generally, this film is kind of disappointing. And there are a few dinosaurs we have not seen that, we didn't fully get to see Velociraptor. Mapusaurus is still rumored, and since all these other rumors have been spot on, that one might be true. Triceratops we also haven't seen. Parasaurolophus we kind of saw, but it was a corpse technically, and the things that we saw, we don't know if we're going to actually see it alive. I wouldn't be surprised, especially if Mapusaurus is in this film, if Mapusaurus is the main hadrosaur, and then we have Parasaurolophus as a corpse just in one or two scenes. But anyways, again, generally, we also have not seen Aqualops, which is one that I really can't wait to see. Don't really actually think that one's going to be bad, and even if that design would be bad, which I don't think it's going to be, it's kind of probably going to play a smaller role, so it wouldn't matter too much. But, yeah, generally, Shantungosaurus was robbed of all of its right duty to be in this film, and I hate this mutant thing. Anyways, see you guys in the next video. What are your guys' opinions on the trailer? What are your guys' opinions on these dinosaurs? And goodbye!